Hello everyone, I'm D-Mind, the mind of one and all, and welcome back to another episode of An Octave Higher. So in the last episode, well, we basically declined Franz's offer to join Libertad, and well, we're now getting Franz's backstory as to what happens after his arms were chopped. Not his arms, his hands were chopped off. Yep. And now he just killed a man in this flashback. Yeah. And he's laughing. I laughed and laughed. I laughed louder than this very man had done earlier. I hadn't felt this. What was this feeling? Happy? Wasn't the right word. Ah, free. I hadn't felt this free, this liberated in such a long time. My barren laughter continued to fill the night. I couldn't stop. Every time I looked at the man's frozen face, his shock, his panic, his regret, I was compelled to laughter. The sight of his lifeless body was curiously gratifying. It was majestic. There was glory in his death. My laughter subsided, but still I looked. What I felt next mystified me. Envy. If death was this glorious. Finally able to move, I limped over to the nobleman's corpse and examined his body. In his pocket, I found mana potions and money. A shit ton of money. Take it. There was a time when having this much money was normal to me, but after living the life of a beggar for more than a year, seeing this amount had become unimaginable. Oh, so it's not that much money. You used to carry them around, but yeah. The money in his purse, mere pocket change to a man like this, was enough to provide for me and Jude for months. My gaze drifted to the mana potions. How do you take the stuff without hands though? I mean, you could try to clasp them with your wrists and then, I guess, but oh well. My gaze drifted to the mana potions. I stared and stared long at them, my eyes unblinking. Now here was something I hadn't seen in a long time. In a very long time. Mana potions were useless to me now, but I still found their soft blue int mysteriously captivating. And then I realized something very important. I just killed a magician. I came out victorious against a magician in a battle, even though I had lost my ability to cast magic spells. Maybe life wasn't as hopeless as I thought. The incident with the aristocrat made me hate the bourgeois and the aristocrats even more. Thinking deeper, I realized I wasn't their only victim. All poors had always been oppressed by the bourgeois. Poors might be able to cast spells, but without money to buy mana potions on their own, they were essentially helpless. Yeah. They had enough mana for work, but not enough to improve the quality of their lives. The poors were consigned to a life of slavery. They were prisoners to capitalism, unable to move freely or happily through society. It was then that I remembered Libertad's mission to bring down the monarchy, and the system it supported, and to create a new classless society ruled by a new and just government. Of, by, and for people. So I made up my mind. I decided that I had to revive Libertad. This was the only solution to the social injustice that the poor face every day. It was widely known that Theodor Hendricks, the leader of Libertad, had been executed. However, I had heard no news about Jixiang Alisjabana, the muscular foreigner, so I assumed he was still alive. And he was. In the chaos of the battle in Maison de Beauvoir, Jixiang had managed to escape. After months of looking for him all over the city, I was finally able to locate him. I told him about my plan to resurrect Libertad. It took some convincing, but finally he agreed to aid me. We shared, after all, the same vision for Overture. It took us a while to gather some members. Nobody wanted to be a material for a group that had failed to bring about revolution once before. In time, we began to grow. Jude joined our ranks as well. But there's one last thing we had to do before Libertad could be functional. We had to give the people a symbol of hope. Everyone knew that Libertad had once been crushed by the police, and its leader executed, publicly and without mercy. We had to give them a new savior. Someone they could put their faith in. Someone they would follow to the end of the world. Someone who they believed would give them salvation. And so I became that savior. I donned a new persona. I became Amadeus. Alright, and the flashback is over. Jude. Thank you. For what? Nothing in particular, I just wanted to say that. Well, you're welcome. Anyway, it's already late and I'm tired. Jude lies down on the bed but keeps her eyes open. I don't know whether it was fate or pure chance that brought me and Jude together after I lost my hands, but now I can say that I really am thankful. Do you guys sleep together? It's funny because when I first met her in the factory backyard with Elise, I didn't think our paths would cross the way they did. I wonder if Jude would still save me had we not met in the factory. I think she saved me because she knew Elise would have wanted that. In a way, I owe my life to Elise too. It's too bad I couldn't finish my research with Elise. But there is now something more important for us to work on together. If I can get Elise to join Libertad, that is. Realizing how late it is, I walk over to Jude and join her in bed. Oh, you do? I feel Jude's warmth against my body, warmer and more precious to me than the heat of the hearth. Okay, here you are. A couple, I guess? Or maybe not, at least. I don't know. Light day 11 December, AM 3:18. In the morning, Jude and I go to Libertad's base. Along the way, we meet people who are leaving for work, ready to spend their day casting spells in the factory, exerting their mana, producing wealth for magical mechanical. But they won't be living this life for much longer. Our revolution will change everything. As we're walking, I notice an aged man sitting on the ground. His shoulder rested against the door of a house, his thin frame is shrouded in gloom, and there is no life in his downcast eyes. I've seen him before. He was there when I gave a speech to factory workers several months ago. Julie and I stop walking. I crouch down in front of the man. He looks up. Amadeus. He calls my name teary-eyed, his voice weak. Why aren't you going to the factory? I'm not working there anymore. Where are you working now? I can guess his answer. I'm not working. Amadeus, what should I do? The factory fired me last month. I used up all my savings and I'm out of work. Why did they fire you? Because I could no longer do my jobs on 2 bottles of mana potions a day. They refused to give me more potions. They said I wasn't worth the cost. I must be getting old. 10 years ago I was still able to finish the day with some mana left. Now 2 full bottles isn't enough for me. What should I do now? I don't have money if I don't work, but no one will hire me. The man is sobbing now. Tears run down his cheeks. The sight of a grown man crying is heartbreaking. I want to die. Even when I still had a job, I still had a good life, and now it's worse. I can't take this anymore. Why are the gods doing this to me? Why are the gods letting this happen to me? Why aren't they doing anything? Why, Amadeus? Why haven't the gods helped me? Unfortunately, there are no gods who will protect you. The man looks away, tears silently running down his face. Look at your own life, then look beyond it. Look beyond the prose, look beyond overture. Look at this world where men and women and children are killed and innocent people suffer every day. If the gods don't help them, they sure as hell aren't going to help you. If the gods don't hear their plea, they aren't going to hear yours. From all which I have seen, I can only conclude that the gods either don't exist or they are a huge bunch of pricks. I bet my money on the latter. Life couldn't be this fucked up without some divine intervention. The man's sobs are getting louder. He buries his face in his hands. Then I might as well just kill myself. If there's no more hope for me, I'd rather die than suffer every day. No, just because there's no hope from some god doesn't mean there's no hope at all. Be strong and take the shit life throws at you. Scream, howl, bow, whatever you have to do to cope. But don't die just yet. Raise your middle finger to the sky and shout, "Fuck you, life. Do your fucking worst and do it and not die. Just despite whoever it is that is just passively watching us suffer." Wow, Franz. Listen to me, live for just one more day. You've endured shit for your whole life, what's one more day to you? One more day? Yes, do you think you can do that? Yes. What am I going to do tomorrow? The man is still sobbing, but his face paints his mark of hope. He stares at me, waiting for some promise of salvation. When tomorrow comes, live another day. I stand out and leave with Jude. Thoughts? Hey, Ji-hyung, haven't seen you in a long time. We've finished all the preparations, let's hope we'll succeed. We must succeed. The revolution must happen. We've got to stop Geoff Godwin and MM before they begin manufacturing analytical engines. Oh yeah, so basically I looked at the diagram of analytical engines. It's basically a computer. Our modern day PC. Well, not, I wouldn't say modern day, but yeah, it's basically the first version of their PC. Analytical engines? Oh, you're talking about MM's secret project that our informant told us about. Yes, these machines could spell the doom of many pools. Why? The analytical engine will be a huge and very complex magic machine. Its components will have to be assembled with a very high degree of precision. Okay. It's also in a very early stage of development, which means they'll do rapid prototyping. But that means you're going to sabotage Sharita's work. Your friend. Oh well. So you're saying that MM will soon upgrade their factories with more magic machines? That's correct. That's certainly not good. It has been estimated that the use of magic machines in factories will reduce MM's workforce by as much as 40%. Until now, MM has been using human workers because the very low wages still make them cheaper than magic machines. But if the production of analytical engines will require magic machines anyway, there'll be no reason to keep the workers. Yes, and not only that, the analytical engine will be capable of doing complex mathematical computation. When its development is completed in 10 or 20 years, MM will use it to improve the factory's efficiency. Improved efficiency means a further reduction of the workforce. So you still want MM to provide workforce? Well, of course, it would be bad if they just stop altogether, but they're kind of the people you hate. Oh well. That could mean hundreds of thousands of unemployed people. So many people are at risk of losing their job. Working in a factory sucks, but not having a job sucks even harder. I'm not against the magic machines or the analytical engine as long as they are used for good, but judging from what MM has done to its pros so far, I don't expect they'll improve the lives of people at the bottom of society. We have to make Geoff Godwin and MM pay for their sins. If the gods won't punish them, we will. We will indeed. The plan is set. What's left is telling the pros about it. Timing is delicate though. If we tell people too early, the police may also hear about it. But if we tell them too late, we won't be able to gather enough support. Exactly. Fire Day is the day we start the revolution. 3 more days. There's no choice but to send the word out today. We can tell people that Amadeus is giving an important speech on Friday morning. We don't need to mention the revolution explicitly. I can't be giving speeches all over the city in the same morning. We can tell people from different districts of different things. So it's Amadeus' speech in one district, mana potion giveaway in another, soup kitchens in others, and so on. So you're lying to them to form the revolution. Oh well. I guess yeah, you wanted to tell them, but you are afraid if you tell them, then the police will find out and basically shoot it down. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's what I meant. Good idea. Having so many events in the same day may still arouse suspicion, but not big enough reason for the police to do anything drastic. We'll tell the people the real plan on Moon Day. Just a day before. Do you think it'll be enough? Yes, the people hate MM. They believe in Libertad. Very well, it's decided. Let's do this. Jude, you'll be in charge of dissipating the information to the pros. Yes, sir. For liberty. Well then, I'll go brief our members about Friday. Oh, I need you to tell them one more thing. Of course, what is it? If they notice a woman named Elise looking for Amadeus, they are to tell her that Amadeus will be waiting at the same place as yesterday after sundown. Alright, so regardless of whether I say yes or no, it would kind of go the same way, but a bit different. Lady Elise? Very well, I'll tell them that. Amadeus, is something bothering you? Sometimes I wonder what would have become of me had I not lost my arms. You didn't lose your arms, you lost your hands. Why worry about the could haves and would haves, when there are still many cans and wills to go plan? You're right. Amadeus, for liberty. For liberty. And well, Frederic. Oh, that's a long time. I think his face matured a bit. Not enough. Give me all your mana potions and... Give me all your money and mana potions if you don't want to get hurt. A few strides in front of me stands a proletariat man with a very foolish hand pointed at me. Lately there have been a lot more incidences where citizens are being attacked by pool scum, but I never thought I'd be targeted. I didn't think they'd be that stupid. My would-be mugger glades at me, his hand aimed right at my face, and to think he's all reach of intelligence. Frederic. I wonder if we could actually direct Frederic to become the good guy again. I take a step forward. I'm serious, I'll really hurt you. I take another step. Stop or else. And another step. Summon. Summon intelligence. Water gushes from his hand, but I sidestepped it a lunge forward. Summon intelligence. Another torrent of water. I adjust my movement slightly, just enough to get out of harm's way. And another one. This guy is really impatient. He shouldn't pick a fight with anyone if he doesn't know how to fight on the street. This isn't a sorcery arena. On the street, you can't just blindly cast magic spells. Victory is usually decided in only 1 or 2 clean hits. It's about making every spell count. Ugh. The man panics when he realizes that I'm now very close to him. He awkwardly tries to cast a nice spell with his left hand, but I grab his wrist with my right hand and jerk it upwards. My left palm touches his chest. Oh wow, lightning up front. For an instant, the sky flashes white. Lightning strikes accompanied by a clap of thunder. The man's whole body convulses, his eyes roll backwards, and he falls limp to the ground. Boring. Did you kill him? Since the police started attacking people in the city, I've been helping the police apprehend criminals. Oh! I thought it would at least be more fun than playing sorcerer. Really? The game stopped being fun for me about 3 years ago. Really, huh? Unfortunately, these pools sound very challenging. Libertad members put up a better fight than ordinary pools, but even they aren't that good. I'm going to keep hunting these Libertans. I have to. Because the greatest criminal of them all is the Libertad leader, Amadeus. Do you know Amadeus is Franz though? Much has been said about this man, but little is known about him. What are his gifted magical traits? How does he fight? How strong is he? As the leader of Libertad, he must have very powerful magic. The police are terrified of him, but personally I can't wait to fight him. He's a trophy. Beating him will bring glory greater than winning any sorcerer championship. Okay, so you don't know. Amadeus is mine. But seems no one knows that Amadeus can't use magic. I guess that would be a weakness that you wouldn't want to spread around your weakness like, hey, I can't use magic. Yeah. At home, my father is talking with the professor from Conservatoire de Overture. Oh, good afternoon, young lord. Afternoon. My father throws me a subtle glance that spells his disapproval my way of returning the professor's greeting. In his eyes, the professor is a more respectable person than his own son. Ho ho ho, so Joff. My father's attention returns to the professor. Is the demo unit ready? Yes. Perfect, then we'll transport it to the Conservatoire tomorrow. We can't transport it, Johann. Oh, why is that? Even though it's just a demo unit, it's still bigger than an omnibus. I don't think it can go through the conference hall door. Oh, I see. That means it will have to be taken apart and reassembled inside the hall. Yes. Well, fortunately it's the weekend, so there aren't many people in the Conservatoire. We'll transport the parts tonight. Then your engineers and technicians can assemble them on Sunday. On Monday, we will completely seal the conference hall so no one will see the annual... The professor pauses and glances at me for a second before speaking to my father again. So no one will see the demo unit before the big reveal on Friday. Does this arrangement work for you? So not even Frederic is in on this, huh? Oh wow. He just censored himself. What is it that they don't want me to hear? I heard the word anal. I heard the word anal. What is your secret about anal that I can't be permitted to listen in? Oh wow. Yes. Good. Moving on to Friday. What's your... Oh god. Wow. The old man takes out a folded piece of paper from his pocket, unfolds it and reads. We'll start at 10 o'clock. Your demo unit will be on stage, front curtain, closed. You start the presentation with an opening speech, followed by technical explanation from your lead researcher, Rita Blyton. That should take roughly half an hour. Then we'll do the demonstration. That should take about 15 minutes, and then you handle the rest of the presentation until 11. Is that right? Yes. Still not a man of many words, are you, Joff? Whatever, Johan. Ho ho ho. Anyway, according to the schedule, our staff will be ready to open the curtains at around 10:30. Why should I be getting back to the conservatoire? See you on Friday, Joff. Thank you for your work, Johan. See you on Friday. The professor turns to me and gives me a small courteous bow. Goodbye, young lord. Goodbye. He leaves me and my father alone in the room. There aren't many things father and I can talk about, so before I'm forced to listen to another of his lecture about how I'm just wasting my time every day picking fights with thugs on the street, I think I'll just go to my room. His accusation isn't even true. It's usually the thugs who pick a fight with me, usually. Well, before I finish speaking, however, I'm interrupted by the professor's voice from outside. Oh, if it isn't Miss Blyton. A bright female voice answers him. Hi, Professor Poe. And Miss Shelley, it's been a long time. What, Miss Shelley? A reply comes in a different female voice, softer and more dignified. Good afternoon, Professor Poe. It has indeed been a long time. I'm deeply honored that you still remember me. Likewise, Miss Shelley. I too am honored to be remembered. Ah, even little Janice is here. Little Janice. Oh, Wolf. Janice Wolf? Why is he little Janice? Hey, Poe. A third female voice. Why are there so many women come here all of a sudden? Yeah. Why women? Why Janice? Little woman 2 is at least. Little Janice? I suggest you forget ever hearing that girl. Ho ho ho, I wish I could stay longer and chat with you ladies, but time isn't quite agreeable with me today. I hope to talk with you sometimes, Miss Shelley. It'll be a great pleasure, Professor. Goodbye, ladies. Goodbye, Professor. Ciao, Po. Oh, that's, Rita. Ciao, Prof. The professor's voice is gone and his footsteps echo down the hall. The door opens. And Alice's posture looks weird. Not her posture, her face. It's a lot more longish than usual. 3 women enter the room. The first one, loud and cheerful, is an engineer who had been having frequent meetings with my father and other executives lately. Commander Janice Wolf is also here. I often see her at the police station when I come to hand over a criminal, but this is the first time I've seen her together with the engineer woman. And the last one is Elise. Elise. The girl I haven't seen for 5 years. Oh, you haven't seen her for 5 years? Wow. I haven't kept in touch or anything. My last memory of Elise is her screaming, "You should be in jail!" at me with tears in her eyes. Oh. She was mad at me for cutting Franz's hands off. She said it was my fault that Franz went missing without anyone knowing what happened to him. She said I should be thrown in prison for this crime and that the only reason I wasn't was because I was the son of Lord Godwin. But that's wrong. They didn't put me behind bars because what I did wasn't a crime, it was self-defense. And since Franz, who at least saw it as the victim, was nowhere to be found, there was nothing to prosecute me for. But Elise was convinced that I was wrong. She hated me. Does she still hate me? I would assume so. Though at that choice I still chose that she didn't hate Frederic, but that was before the hand chopping incident. I would imagine Rita also hates you. In that case, a quick glance at her face is all I need to know that yes, she still does. She stares at me with eyes full of hatred. For an awkward second before averting her eyes. Alice despises me. How many times have I made Alice angry? I don't think she will ever forgive me. Now that I think about it, I guess the engineer hates me too. Yep. Oftentimes, this woman can't keep her mouth shut when talking with my father and the executive, but she never talks to me. I only realize it now, but her eyes bear the same hate for me as Elise. That's right, I remember that she was a friend of Franz's too. Oh, the young goblin is here too. Perfect. What is this about, Janice? Libertad. My father's eyes brows twitch for a moment, but then his usual face returns. What about them? These two girls came to the police station to report about Amadeus. I brought them here cause I thought you want to hear it. Amadeus? Have they found Amadeus? Shit, I can't let Wolf take the best part. I should be the one to catch him. Yes, I did request to hear any important information regarding Libertad immediately. What about Amadeus? This girl said she met him last night. Wolf points at Elise. I wonder if I chose to join Libertad, will at least not tell Janice Wolf about it. Met? Not sure? I met him, my lord. He spoke to me. Tell us everything. At least tell us about how Amadeus had waited for her near her house, led her to an abandoned factory and talked her into joining Libertad. I see, interesting. Amadeus had also told Elise about how my father had been responsible for the poor's life of poverty. I don't care about what my father did or does, but Amadeus was talking nonsense here. It's called business, moron. This is still hard to swallow no matter how many times I hear the story. At least, are you really okay? Did Amadeus hurt you? I'm fine, Narita. He didn't cast a single magic spell. In fact, Elise suddenly falls silent. In fact, what? No, nothing. Ah, so you're not gonna tell us that it's Franz. But you could at least tell Arita in private, like, that's Franz, and she'd be like, what? Like, you don't have to tell everyone, but tell Arita at least. Anyway, Amadeus never tried to attack me at all. Why Amadeus want to recruit you? You're not even a pro. I thought Libertad hated the bourgeoisie. Amadeus seemed to know my past. He knew that I came from the pros. That bastard knew your past? Yes, he even knew my name. Wolf closes her eyes, pondering about something. Oh wait, I'm Frederic now. Wolf closes her eyes, pondering about something. A long breath later, she opens them again and looks at Elise sharply. I think Janice Wolf might have caught on and it's Franz. That can only mean that he's someone you used to know. Your brother? In quotation marks? Don't you remember anyone like him? I couldn't see his face. He wore a hood that covered most of his face. Well, try to remember, girl. Amadeus must be a pro who knew you back when you were still living among them. Chances are you knew him too. Maybe you and Amadeus used to work at the same factory. I don't remember anyone like him. Or was it someone who lived at Maison de Beauvoir? No man lived at Maison de Beauvoir. A customer? Most customers didn't know me. Besides, almost everyone who came to Maison was a bourgeois or an aristocrat. No other idea? No. So she's still not gonna tell his friends. She realized it, but she's not gonna tell them. Elise seems to be hesitating. Wolf pokes deep into Elise's eyes, but doesn't say a word. If she can't remember, she'll just have to meet him again. Yes, that's my plan. What? No. That's too dangerous. What if something happens to her? The police will protect her, of course. But it's alright, Rita. I don't mind helping the police. At least we'll make her safety our top priority, I promise. Some dragoons will join me. Dragoons? Is she talking about the majors in the dragoon unit? I forgotten about the dragoon until I started working with the police a few years ago. Sure, I knew about the existence of an elite special forces unit in the police force, but didn't remember its name. Really? I finally remembered when I learned that Wolf was the commander of this special forces unit. So she wants to mobilize Dragoon to catch Amadeus. Well, since Amadeus has become such a serious problem, the king will definitely approve their mobilization. Wolf is really serious about catching Amadeus. Commander Wolf, I'd like to offer my help in this operation. Hearing my sudden offer, the commander throws me a glance and smiles slyly. Ha, knew it. Joff, do you mind if your son tags along? Don't ask me, he go even if I forbid him. I'd rather he went with you than go off by himself and get captured. I'm not going to get captured by Libertad. Oh, forgetful are we? Damn you, it wasn't my fault that Libertad captured me 5 years ago. I'm going too. Huh? This isn't a game, girl. I have to make sure that Elise is not hurt. Rita, you don't have to, I'll be fine. I'm doing this, Elise. Rita's face is set, she won't take no for an answer. But I think this is a good place to end it, so leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at DMindGaming if you have enjoyed. And I hope to see you again in the next episode.